Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Type for Tea, a 144. If you're new here, my name is Mose, and if you're returning, like always, you're a real one. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all of you for being here. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, I do have another channel, the Time Cosmic Creation 144. Hold on. So you guys can head over there. I do readings on there. I just posted a 2 hour and a half long video that look at this. Okay, I got it, baby. That powerful is an understatement. Um I just heard don't get weary. So don't be sad. Is somebody sad? Who's sad? You know, I feel like what we're gonna talk about today, or the energy that I am feeling is I feel a really sad energy. I even want to cry. Okay. And I didn't wake up like that. Okay. I didn't wake up sad. I didn't wake up feeling that way. Okay. So I'm definitely picking up a very sad energy. Um And so I heard spirits say, like, talk to those that are rising, right? That are rising, hold on, let me figure this out. Here we go. That are rising, that are waking up, that are just starting to have all these, like emotions and understanding of, or like that things are happening and that you might not understand what is happening to you. Okay. First of all, don't be scared, okay? Second of all, 222, as I said that, thank you, Spirit. So that's confirmation right there. Hold on. Sorry, I forgot my bowl. So yeah, 222, as I said, that being scared here is not an option, okay? Um, Maybe you've been in fear for, and this is, okay. And this is not fear of like, oh, I'm scared something might happen to me, or no. If this is the kind of fear of like not wanting to do something because you're scared of, like, I don't know, like maybe you're downplaying yourself a little bit, okay? But this is the thing. So let's get back to the beginning, right? I'm gonna share my experience with you guys. I've talked a lot about how I got here, where I am right now. I've said a few things, spoken out about a couple of things that have transpired in my life and how it affected my life, right? Moving forward, having kids at a really young age. I had my first child when I was 21, okay? And not only that, I had my first child when I was 21, and I was homeless. Okay, I was homeless. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a man. I literally, it was me and a baby, a newborn baby. Right? If 411 on the timer. Like, you can definitely, this message is for somebody. Because right when I said that, we saw 411, right? This is a message for someone. So I don't want to hear, well, I'm a single parent. You don't know what it's like. There's nothing. Trust me when I tell you that there is nothing that you possibly went through that I didn't go through it as well. Trust me when I tell you that. Believe me when I tell you that. I mean that. Okay, so like I've said, I've shared experiences that can change somebody's life forever, and not in a good way, and not in a good way. Okay, so again, there's nothing that you could possibly tell me that I didn't go through it, or that you can tell me and I'm gonna be like, oh my God. No, I'm not. Why? Because when you carry light, when you are chosen, when you are handpicked by God, when God says, yes, you're the one, you're it, you're the anointing, you're going to carry this, and you're going to carry that, and you're going to carry this. But before you get there, right, to be able to get everything I have stored right here for you, you have to go through this test and that test and this test and this test. Now, we don't learn the lessons immediately, right? We don't learn the lessons immediately. Sometimes we repeat cycles, right? We repeat, like for example, right? If you had bad experiences in romance, right? Like every girl and every guy you dated were douchebags, drunks. They had some type of addiction. They had something that was bad, right? Because none of us are perfect. You have flaws, I have flaws, we all got them, right? But I have flaws and I'm all the way imperfect. And I love that about myself. I love the fact that people would always tell me, you're so fucking loud. And so, do you need me to be louder? Because I can do that for you. That's me. You're doing way too much. No, I'm not doing enough. It's what it is. That's me. And don't get me wrong, I haven't always been that person. It's the moment spirit starts to say like, "Yo, all right, we gotta get the fuck up out of here. It's time to go. It's time to move. Órale, wake up, despierta," is what spirit starts to say, right? And you ignore it. You ignore it. You ignore your intuition when your intuition is like poking. It's like poking the bear until the bear is awake. So thank you, Spirit. So this is what the metaphor that Spirit is giving me. You were like a bear. The bear, what does it do? It hibernates, right? During the winter. I don't know what season they hibernate, but they hibernate, right? For like the whole season, right? They're just in their little, in their little space. And then out of nowhere, they just come out. That's you. That's what's literally, ooh, and I'm getting hot. This is Anthony. Hold on, guys. Yeah, so then now I'm getting really hot. And before I even hit the video, I saw a monarch butterfly, and now I'm seeing a white one. So definitely you are in a time of transformation. Okay, so I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to think that it's not of light. If you're doing what you are feeling, okay, let me reverse a little bit. So you weren't listening to that intuition, and now you are. But because you're paying attention now, right? Because you've awakened, right? You're not hibernating no more. You're awake, right? So spirits now, okay, she's awake, he's awake. Here's your task. But your task requires things that you can't get, right? So I've explained to you guys the kind of I explained to you guys the kind of marriage that I had, right? I've said it so many times, but okay, mi amor. But for those of you that are new or that are just barely watching my videos, let me just kind of give you like a little quick backstory. So I was married 8 years to a malignant slash covert narcissist. Not only was this person a massive narcissist, he is a sociopath, a manipulator, a liar, a cheater, cloaked in love bombing. Okay. So the very first year, that we were together, oh my God. When I tell you, like, this person lifted me up so high, okay, that I became unreachable to the rest of the world, I guess, you know, because he lifted me up so high, right? By the time the first baby came around, that was it. It was over. That was it. It only lasted, the good times only lasted a year. But since I am who I am, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna stick it out. You know, not because we're facing hard times right now. It means that, you know, he doesn't love me and he doesn't care. And then COVID happened. That didn't help our situation either because now this person's already coming for me, right? But now there's no money, there's no job, there's no this, so that like elevated the stress level, right? But not me, right? Because I'm like, no, husband, things are gonna be okay. Things are just like, you know, think positive. Things are gonna work out. Things are gonna be like, what the hell? You know, what I would always get. So we lived in a city like 45 minutes away from where I live now. And so when we moved out here, I told this person, I'm not gonna deal with your shit here. I'm not gonna deal with your shit here. Um, like I took your shit over there because we were going through the situation with COVID. There was no this, there was no that. I can understand that money was tight. Woo 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 whatever, right? Um, and that was that. And so we moved out here, guys. When I tell you, when I moved into, I've been living here go 6 years now. When I first stepped into this house, when I put my foot through the front door, I was stepping in to hell on earth. I just didn't know. Okay? I didn't know. Now I want to cry. Oof. I just didn't know it. I really didn't know it. See, this is what I'm saying. Somebody feels so sad because I'm getting emotional. And I stopped crying about this a really long time ago. I really did. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I know it hurts. This is probably somebody that is like your wounds are fresh. Your wounds are fresh. Like your cuts are deep and they're open and they're bleeding and I get it. I really do. Trust me. I understand your pain. I understand. I can't tell you just how much I understand. I really do. Okay? I do understand your pain. This is the reason why I make these videos for people like you, for a collective like you, to let you know that I just heard Dios aprieta pero no ahorca. You know, things can get tough, really tough, but not to a point where you can't handle it. You can handle what's been thrown to you. You can handle the type of situation that you're in right now, whatever it might be and however it looks like, you can handle it. You, other motherfuckers can't. Why? Because this shit right here is not for the weak. It's not. This is for people that are strong mind, strong heart, that are focused, that are willing to put their blood, sweat, and tears into something they believe in. And that in their mind and in their heart, they say, no, I'm going to continue. Yes, climbing that mountain is hard. But you know what? I'm going to be at the top of that fucking mountain. Yes, no, I don't have no water and the sun is burning and it's hot as fuck. Oh, but I'm gonna get up there. You're that type of person. Why? Because that's how God made you. God made you to have tough, thick skin because God knew the challenges you were gonna face. by carrying this anointing, by carrying this light. Spirit knew. Spirit knew what Spirit knew what the challenges you were going to face. And the reason why Spirit allowed all those challenges is so you can learn your lesson, right? So, going back to my relationship, I didn't learn my lesson. That's why I lasted 8 years in that fucking karmic cycle. Okay? Because I was being extremely manipulated. And I'm not gonna say, oh, it's because of them. This is why. No, I am not. This is what it is. I was gonna say I'm not a victim, but in reality, we are. We're victims of these people to a certain extent, right? When we're asleep, we're the victim. When we're awake, not no more. Not no more. If you're awake and you're still playing the victim role, then you're like the boy who cried wolf. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Because if you're in that situation, right, and you wake up and then you put yourself, you're awake, the veil has been lifted, you see all these motherfuckers for what they are, which is a piece of shit, right? And then you're like, no, I'm not a piece of shit. I'm a good person. I'm a giver. I give. I have empathy. I'm an empath. I care about people. I would never do something mean or evil to somebody on purpose. I would never do that. That's not who I am. And that's why right then and there is you realizing that no, you are not a victim. I don't, like I said, when you were asleep, maybe, right? Because these people, these kinds of people, right? One, they can never do shit alone. They always gotta, they always need minions, to continue with this narrative that they like to falsely portray about themselves. Okay? One. Two, some of them dabble in dark shit. Some of them dabble in magic, some of them dabble in black magic, dark magic, whatever you want to call it, just not of light. Okay? So when you put a narcissist, right, who's a sociopath, who probably even has mental issues, right? And I'm not making fun of him. Not even my past person. I'm not even making fun of him. Or I'm not like, haha, that's what you get. No. In reality, I feel sorry for this person because they never got the help that they needed. And they needed that help in order to be able to walk amongst civilized people. Because this is not a civilized person. They don't respect personal boundaries. They don't respect someone's personal space. They don't respect a relationship that they have with somebody. They don't respect themselves, right? They have no loyalty. Oh, I just heard it, fake as fuck. Just fake as fuck, right? So eventually you wake up. Why? Because it's time. It's time for you to elevate and be, and so this becomes a situation where, like, if someone is in your energy, right, that is doing things, but they see that you're rising and you're putting in the work, and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna take a page of Collective's book, and I'm gonna repent, and I'm gonna ask for forgiveness, and I'm gonna do the healing, and I'm basically them doing exactly what you're doing, that you guys can rise together. But they don't want to do the work, and they want to continue to attack you and come for you. So then when you're awake now, right? And you're being obedient, and you're on the path, you're in your purpose. So at one point you guys were like this, but because you got the call and you answered, right? So you start to do this slowly but surely, but you're going. But this person is staying in the exact same place. They don't move forward. They don't move backwards. They don't go up. They don't go down. They're stuck. and they're gonna stay stuck. You wanna know why? Because then this happens. So you've awakened, right? And like I said, maybe you don't have a job, you don't have money, you're homeless. Maybe they threw you in jail. Maybe they took your home. Maybe they blocked this, they that, right? They've done everything under the sun to you. And you're like, bitch, don't be talking to me about no spiritual awakening. Look at the shit that I'm going through. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. I know. I know. I know what it's like. Okay? So when I finally said okay, so I have this thing where I don't know why, and I've always done this, okay? When I've had like partners, right, relationships, I've always told them, please don't fuck up. Don't fuck it up. Because I'm a nice person until I'm not. Just don't fuck up. No, just don't fuck up. Don't try to play with me. Just don't do that. Don't try to play. Don't try to play me like, don't try to finesse the bitch. Like, don't do that. And we're gonna be cool. And I said this to my husband. Before he became my husband, I said this to him. Don't fuck up. Please. Just do not fuck up. Anthony, what are you doing? Una. Y ya estuvo. Quítale eso. Quítale eso. Ya, quítaselo. So I told him, I was like, don't play with my trust. And don't play me like I'm stupid. Stop saying that, mommy. Because before you even realize it, I'll be gone. And you know what he did? He laughed in my face. He laughed. I was like, okay. I didn't say anything. Because I know. Me, personally, my cutoff game is strong than a motherfucker. A bitch will give you 10,000 opportunities. Okay? But once you hit 10,000, that's it. I'm that kind of person. I'm not the kind of person that because things get difficult, I throw in the towel and I just give up and I don't put effort into it. No, I'm not like that. What? Okay, I'm not like that. I've never been like that. And I'm not like that with anything I do. I'm not like that in work. I'm not like that in relationships. Whatever kind of relationship it is, I'm not like that at home. I'm not like that. I have like a go-getter type of energy. Like you will never catch me not doing shit. I'm always doing 2 to 3 things at the same time. I don't know. That's just how I roll. I can't help it. So this person laughed. And so I was like, all right, cool. So he fucked up. I separated for 6 months, got back together, right? And immediately, and I always found this weird. I just never said anything, but I found it so strange. We already had one child when I left, okay? And I feel like I should have stayed gone, but whatever, right? Like I said, we don't listen to that intuition. You see what I'm telling you? I knew that I did not need to go back to this person. I knew that, and I did it anyways. ¿Qué quieres? I know it. But I did anyway. And this is what I'm saying. We don't listen to that intuition that tells us run, go now. This is the chance. So this is what I'm saying. I feel spirit puts certain situations in your life to get you to open your eyes and see what's going on in front of you. Look at what's happening. Look what this person is doing to you. Look what this person is causing in your life. The chaos, the destruction that this person is causing around you. But I didn't. I didn't listen. And I went back. And things got worse. It just kept going from bad, worse, 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 worse. He grabbed on the bottle. You know, the bottle was the homie. You know what I'm saying? So that even became more issues. And things got a little physical. And so I called for help and this person got taken away. And that was it. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not condoning violence. If you're in a situation like that, you need to call for help. This is why I say fear cannot be the reason why you do not break free. And this is why I'm telling you this. So the day that altercation happened, it wasn't really an altercation. Like this person didn't hit me or do anything like that. We didn't like fight or anything like that. But it was the way everything was panning out, it looked like that's where it could have ended up happening. That's what could have ended up happening. My son now, who I had when I was young, is older now. He's 21 now. So I went in his room and I was like, yo, keep your antennas up because shit's about to pop off. And when you see something that don't look right, you immediately call the popo, right? So that's exactly what happened. And again, 8 years of marriage, never at any point in time did this person touch me or none of that. Never. But when I tell you I was terrified of him, I was scared. He installed so much fear in me. Like fear. I was scared of this man. And he never touched me. He never put a finger on me. But it's the way he spoke. It's the way he spoke. He would say things like, you know what? And these were random things. It was random. Like we could be watching a Disney movie. And he would say random shit like this. He would, no, déjelo allí. Démelo pues. No, échalo allí. Yeah, so he would say like just random things, right? He would say like again, we could be watching a Disney movie and he would say, you know what? I hope that you never cheat on me. Or at least if you're cheating on me, I just hope that I never find out. Because I'm telling you here and now, I don't know what I'd be capable of doing. Bitch, that's a motherfucking threat. That's a threat. To me, that's a threat. And I would always think, why would he say that? Hmm. And I would just let it go. Or he would say things like, um, I would get, because he's the kind of, he's petty. And like that, like this person attacks on purpose. Again, this is not something you do though, right? This is something these kind of people do. They come back. They take matters into their own hands, which is something that you're never supposed to do. You are always supposed to leave it to God. You're always supposed to leave it to God. Why? Because trust me, God's punishment is way worse than what you could ever do to these people. And even if you do something to these people, they won't care. They don't give a shit. What they'll do, hold on. In all reality, what they'll do is laugh. Why? Because they're getting exactly what they wanted. That reaction. So then they can be like, oh, look, they're going crazy. Look over there. You see how she's acting? Look what she's doing. Over there losing her shit, screaming and arguing, fighting and whatnot. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know what's wrong with him. Meanwhile, they're the cause of it. You see what I'm saying? So, I went in there and I told my son, keep your antennas up, shit's about to pop off. So we're in my room and we're like, he's attacking me. I'm silent. He's accusing me of cheating. He's accusing me of lying. He's accusing me of betraying him. Basically, he's accusing me of everything that he's done, right? Okay. That's why I was, because I know I'm not out there. I'm a loyal ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like that with any type of relationship. If it's romantic, if it's friendship, if it's family, work, I'm that type of person. What you see is what you get. I'm not, there's no fake bone in my body. Truth is what's always gonna come out of my mouth. I'll lie about stupid ass shit. Like, no, I didn't drink the last of the milk. When, yeah, I drank the last of the milk. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But real ass shit, you will never catch me lying. Ever. I'm not that type of bitch. So that's why I stayed quiet. Because I realized, finally, I got the point, finally. Right? Spirit kept showing me, and I kept repeating the same shit. Why? Because I wasn't learning my lesson. That was the day, the 111, as I said that. And I finally, that night, um, I'm sorry, my kid in church, I forgot where I left off. So, I kept repeating the same cycle until Spirit was like, all right, you don't want to fucking learn your lesson. You're going to be stuck here till you do. I keep putting it in front of you. I keep putting the opportunity, and you don't want to do it. So here it goes. When I tell you things got cranked up to like 20, I started losing weight, you guys. How you see these little lonjitas here? This little, I didn't have that. Like my neck, it was like skinny. I look back, because I have a TikTok. And I look back at my TikTok from those years and I can't even see them. My arms are so skinny. My neck is like, my clothes didn't fit anymore. Like my clothes hang. And every time I would be like, can you please buy me like a shirt and some jeans? Cause look at it, I'm losing so much weight. Well, who the fuck told you to go to the gym all the time? That's what you get. Who the fuck told you to go to the gym? Now you want to eat healthy, because I was, you guys. I was in the gym. I was eating healthy. Okay. I cut soda. I cut coffee. I was working out. I was drinking more water. I was drinking water with lemon. I was drinking water with cucumber. Like I was really taking care of myself. I bought vitamins. And I think that's where jealousy came into play. If this person wasn't jealous of me already, don't ask me. To me, a guy who's jealous of a female is a straight bitch. Okay? If you get mad about it, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Maybe you got some shit to fix on your own, honey. But that's basically what it is. Because jealousy and envy, I feel, it's a female characteristic. I never think about it as a man having that characteristic, right? So to me, a man that has that characteristic is a bitch. Period. Because what could a woman have that a man wants or a man can't do for themselves? Then vice versa. What could a man have that a woman wants that she can't get for herself or do for herself? What is it? Nada. There's nothing. Everything I have, you can get, and everything you have, I can get with hard work and dedication. Who says no? Right? So I feel like that's where, because again, like I said, when I put my heart and soul into something, I do it. That's just who I am. I'm like the fucking Energizer Bunny, y'all. I just don't quit. And I think this is like I'm very, thank you, Spirit. Yes, a very very resilient. And I think this was like a big like attack towards this person's ego. It was an attack to this person's ego. Okay. And so then after um when he's in my face attacking me and this and that, right? My knees are knocking together. That's how terrified I was. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I wanted this shit to be over so bad that I was willing to take the hit just so he can go down. Dead ass. I'm so serious. That's how much chaos this person created for me. Mind you, at one point in time, my mom and my younger brother lived here. He was sleeping with my mom. He was hopping into bed with my mom. I left for 2 weeks to Mexico to his family so they can meet my babies. What do you think they did when I was gone for 2 weeks? And my mom is a dark witch. She practices dark magic, black magic. She does witchcraft, brujeria. She does deals with la Santa Muerte, con paleros, the santeria. That's all of that is her thing. All of it. So what do you think happened? So things again, they crank it up a little bit more. And more time passed by, the more they cranked it up. So while living with my mom and my brother and him here, I was pregnant with my last child, guys. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I wanna cry because I wanted a daughter so bad. Yeah. I'm crying. I just want you guys to see like this is real. This is what I'm saying. It's real. I understand. I get it. I really do. So um I have a really strong connection. Okay? A really strong spiritual connection. And I asked for a daughter. I have 3 boys. I have 3 boys already. So my heart really desired a little girl. Okay? And I got her. Spirit blessed me with a daughter. Yemaya blessed me with a daughter. I went to the ocean and I asked for my daughter. And she was gifted to me. But the whole pregnancy, you guys, I was tortured. I was tortured so bad by him and my mom. And mind you, I'm carrying his child, okay? And I was being tortured verbally by him and spiritually by her. So I was getting it from all angles. And I'm pregnant, I was getting it from all angles. And not only that, right? So I'm being attacked verbally and spiritually, right? And on top of that, I'm pregnant and I'm dealing with a 1 year old and a 2 year old because my kids are all back to back, y'all. So this is what I was gonna say. I found it odd that when we got back together, the time that I broke up with him for 6 months, as soon as we got back, like he wanted to spend time in bed like 24/7. It was like doing the do and doing the do and doing the do until bam, I got pregnant. He impregnated, like that was the goal. It wasn't because we got back together and we're gonna be committed and we're having this connection as husband and wife, this loving connection, this passionate connection as husband and wife. No, it was just stick it in, stick it out, stick it in, stick it out, stick it in, stick it out until bam, you you hit the nail on the head and now I'm pregnant. I feel like this person's thing, their what they wanted was to just shove me with a shit ton of kids, so I would never be able to leave. But they underestimated a bitch. Because this motherfucker gave me 3 babies. Actually, no, let's scratch that. Spirit blessed me with 3 more kids. Because I did want more kids. I kept saying, like, damn, I really want more babies. I really want more babies. I really want more babies. When my son was already like 15, 14, I was like, man, this shit ain't happening for me. I was like, this shit's not happening. And then, bam, this motherfucker showed up. And well, like, so I'm being attacked by both, right? And meanwhile, I'm still dealing with everything that has to go on in the house. I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, I'm taking care of our 2 boys while he's on the couch scratching his ass off fucking TikTok. He would come home, grab that phone, and spend the whole entire day on that phone. He wouldn't pay attention to me. He wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't come near me. Why? Because he was too busy fucking my mom. Right? So he didn't want to be around me no more. He didn't want to be with me no more. He didn't want to be intimate with me anymore. Sometimes we would go 2, 3 weeks without being intimate. Maybe because he was out in these streets fucking around and fucking my mother. Right? That he didn't need to be intimate with me because it was a chore doing it with me. Okay? It was just something that need, like, oh my God, I guess if I have to type of situation, right? Because he didn't want to be with me. He didn't love me, didn't want to be with me. He wanted to be attached to me because of what I carry, what I have inside of me. This motherfucker had good job, good money coming in because of my energy. He had good luck with cars and jobs and opportunities because of my energy. Because I'm good. Because I'm walking the straight line, not him. His line's like, so that happens, right? Eventually, the shit blows off. I kick out my mom and my brother. They're gone. Like a little bit of months after, sisters that I didn't even know existed out of nowhere showed up. And I can't, and like, they showed up, and within a month, these bitches destroyed everything. These bitches destroyed everything. They destroyed everything. Honestly, I feel like them showing up, we were already at the edge. They showed up, they just pushed us. They just gave us that push. Broke it all. He was intimate with his sister, with one of them. They're half sisters. Either way, it's still fucking nasty. Okay? He was intimate with one of them. Um, it was always situations like, oh, my sister needs to go do laundry, so I'm gonna go take her. My sister needs to go buy water, so I'm gonna go take her. My sister needs help wiping her ass, so I'm gonna go hand the toilet paper over to her. Always. And he would leave at like 12 in the afternoon and then not show up till like 11 at night. Drunk as fuck. Drunk. Now my kids are asking, where's dad? How come dad's not here? Where is he? How come he's not sleeping with us? How come he's not here? Right? And what do I tell my kids? And so he's like, I don't want to come home because you're always fighting and you're always yelling about my sister, and all I want to do is help her out. And so that's why I don't want to come home, because nobody wants to come home to fight. And my dumbass, right? Okay, then let me be more submissive. I stopped fighting. And you know what happened when I stopped doing that? When I stopped, stay your ass home. Don't go. Don't. When I stopped doing that, you guys, the truth started coming out of his own mouth. Because every time He would say, after that happened, right? And I said, okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop fighting. I'm gonna let him do what he wants to do, right? I started, in my mind, I'm a single parent. That's how I looked at it. I'm a single parent. He doesn't exist anymore. He wanders around the house, but to me, he's non-existent. I had checked out. I had officially checked out. Trust was broken. Okay. Loyalty was broken. That was broken. Once trust is for me, personally for me, when trust is broken, there is no going back. I cannot, I don't, I can't. I feel like sometimes, like there's nothing you can do to repair the trust when trust is broken. For me. So that had already happened. So he was non-existent to me anymore. I started detaching from the relationship while still in the relationship. And I started to wake up while still in the relationship because now I stopped fighting and I started listening to tarot reads. I had started already, but I stopped and I unsubscribed from everything and I shut everything down and I quit. But then again, when this started happening, the moment I stopped speaking and fighting, I directed my attention into something else. I started playing with, because I had two tarot decks. I just started playing with them. I didn't know nothing about it. I still don't. But I started playing with them in my cards and throwing my cards around and feeling the cards and everything. I started watching tarot reads. I started praying more. And I was doing all this still while with this person. Okay? And look, everything, this is why I'm saying hang in there. If you're still in it, hang in there. Because the breakthrough is coming. And you're gonna be like, I feel like this is somebody like, okay, let me continue and then you're gonna understand what it is that I'm feeling right now. So he would say things like, "Oh, I'm gonna go take her to go do laundry because her sister's not there and she needs a ride." I'll just say, "Okay, don't be mad, baby. I love you. Okay? Yeah, sure, I love you too. I'm gonna be texting. Okay, just don't call me because reception there is bad because he stopped picking up my phone calls too. Every time he would kick it with his, he wouldn't pick up the phone. Never. He would never pick up the phone. Sometimes he would even turn it off. Looking for the other sister, right? We're gonna say sister number one, sister number two. Sister number one was looking for sister number two, and she called me because, like I said, this motherfucker always turned off his phone. So she called him. The thing went straight to voicemail, so she called me, and she was like, "Hey, is your husband around?" And I'm like, "No, why?" And she's like, "Oh, it's because I'm looking for sister number two, and I can't find her." I'm like, "What you mean?" Yeah, she said she was gonna go do laundry, but her laundry's still here. But she's not. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. And she's like, oh, okay, well, thank you. But now looking back at it, I feel like she was planting the seed, right? She was planting the seed. Because this is what they do. There's a lot of incest in their family. Like I honestly feel like they're all a group who group together, if you know what I mean, even though they're related. Moving on. And so as soon as I hung up, I immediately went to the location. He was at a park. I know exactly the park he was at, an area. It's a very secluded park. You can easily like hide in little places and do shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he left early and he didn't come back till like 10:30. And I'm calling him and texting him and calling him and like all that until finally he turned it on. And then I went back to look at his location and he had turned it off. But what do you know? A little too late because the bitch already knew. So he comes back home, right? And I'm like, are we gonna go grocery shopping? He's like, here are the keys, you go. I was like, I thought we were all gonna go together. And he was like, yeah, but I'm tired, so just you go do it. I don't need to go anyways. You're the one that cooks. I don't cook, you cook. So you go get the food. I couldn't help it, y'all. I snapped. And he was like, I told you I'm sick and tired of fighting for doing favors for my sister. We went to go do laundry, and then I went to sister number one's house to hang out. What's the big deal? Lying through his motherfucking teeth, y'all. When he did that, then I went to Amazon and I got little voice recorders. We had 3 cars. I put one in every fucking car. And lo and behold, there it is. Everything. Mommy, here's my daughter. Okay. Look. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay, Mama. Lo and behold, there was everything. Everything. But one thing that was there, sister number two, he was telling sister number two that our daughter was really, really sick and she could not stop coughing, right? And home remedy, she was like, oh, cut an onion, put it on her feet, rub it on her feet, and then put sauce, and then boo, 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 and watch. You'll see how black that onion is, and I don't know, something happens or whatever that it sets the phlegm and whatever, right? And so I had already heard it. Like about 2 days later, we're in the living room watching TV, and we hear the kids coughing in the room, my daughter coughing, and he's like, oh, I saw this video on TikTok where they said that if you cut an onion and I'm looking at him and I'm like, bitch, you must really think I'm motherfucking stupid. I'm thinking the whole time, motherfucker, you're insulting my intelligence, bitch. Like, I couldn't believe it, y'all. I couldn't believe it. So this is what I'm saying. If you're in the situation, if you're in the fucking battlefield right the fuck now, they're gonna unmask themselves. They're gonna tell on themselves. Be quiet and listen and observe. Because that's exactly what I did. And they all showed their faces, including the sisters. I'm not gonna lie, it felt good fucking running my mouth to these bitches and kicking them out of my house. Because they thought that they could come to my house, mami, abre esa puerta, and disrespect me. And that because brother's there, brother was going to be like, don't talk to my sisters like that. And he did. He did. He came for me. He attacked me. He was at this table, having dinner with sister number two and her kids, while me and his kids were in the room. He went out and bought dinner with sister number two, came back, and him and his sister and her kids ate. And then when it came time for me and my kids to eat, me and his kids to eat, there was no more food. Oh, but here are the keys. Go buy something. You guys, that day, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing that he ate with them and not with his own family crushed me. Quítate de allí. It broke my heart in a million pieces. Because being who I am, I would never do that to somebody. Even even if it's a stranger. If I have a taco left, I'm giving that stranger that damn taco. I'm not gonna throw it away. Why? Because I know what it feels like to live on the street and not have food. Or I even know what it feels like to live in a home and not have food. I don't waste that. I don't take that ahorita. I don't take that. I don't take that for granted. So when he did that to me, that was the final straw. Immediately, I started planning my escape. And he always kicked me out. Every time I cussed out the sisters or I fucking flipped the sisters off or said some bullshit to them or whatever the fuck. Because sister number one called me attacking me because I attacked sister number two. She was like, I'm gonna sue you and I'm gonna sue you and you think you're the shit, you think you're all that and la 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 la, right? And I said two things to her. One, you want to sue me, you want to take it to court, let's go ahead and do that. And then that way I can say that you live in an apartment that's not under your name, that you're living in a state that you lied to get here. I know there's a lot of illegal people that live here, right? That are also my race, my nationality. So for those of you, keep it moving. It's going to get better. Okay? It's going to get better. This person lied to get here with permission. These people lied. These two sisters lied on paper to come to this country with permission. And they lied and said things that really happened to people in real life. Those type of situations happen to people. And it's not funny. And it's not something to be played with. It's not something you can just write down and lie about and say that it happened to you so you can get granted something for your benefit. When people that have suffered those type of situations don't get shit. They don't never get justice. And they have to live with the wounds and the scars that come with that. Use your imagination. Moving on. And so that's what I said. I was like, all right, let's go to court. We are in America. Here, you need proof. You need receipts. And I have mine that say that you came into this country on a false narrative. So let's go to court. Oh, and by the way, I don't think I'm the shit, honey. I know I'm the shit. And I say that proudly. Why? Because I walk in light. Anthony, quieto. Because I walk in light. Because I walk in light. Because I carry light. So when I say yes, I know I'm the shit. I'm not saying it because I'm conceited or I think I'm better than anyone. No. I say I'm the shit because I walk in light. I walk in love. I walk in abundance. Sorry guys, my video cut off. But yeah, it's because I carry myself that way. Okay? So don't worry. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know you probably cry a lot. I know right now you probably feel really, really lonely. Okay? Maybe you were surrounded by so many people and now all those people are gone. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. When I tell you I had my house filled with people, but they were all his people. No one was here for me. No one. It was all his family, his entire family. Brothers, cousins, sisters, uncles. All his family. His family was always involved in our situation.
or mine. But none of they were that my family is karmic. My entire family is karmic. Shit, my family is not even my fucking family. Okay? I've expressed to you guys that a million times here on my channel as well. And thank God. Thank God. Thank God. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. Everything has a reason. Everything has a purpose. Okay? So all this suffering that you've gone through for however long you've gone through it is so you can learn this lesson here and now. And if you picked up that call, if you have awakened from hibernation, if the bear is up, if you have lifted the veil, and right now you are in a shithole, because that's what I heard, a shithole, it's only temporary. Stick it out. Do not call these bitches asking for help. Do not. At the end of the day, 222, as I'm saying this, at the end of the day, you have free will. You have free will. You can do whatever you will please, whatever, it's your life. But I'm gonna make it quick because my video keeps cutting off. Just know this. If you make it all the way through this dark night of the soul that you're going through, the aftermath is gonna be beautiful. The aftermath is gonna have you in tears, but in tears of joy. I love you guys so much. Hang in there. Keep your faith. Trust me. Trust me. I love you. Bye.